Hi folks, Joe Walsh from Washington, D.C. again. Here we go. This is the second time we're doing this, where we will get a chance to answer your questions that you send to us on any topic. We want to do this once a week when I'm in Washington. It's a way that I can stay connected with you all in addition to coming home as much as I can. So, looking forward to this. Let's get our questions fired away. And Don, I don't want to get personal with you, but you could be the Don Mulder maker I know. Let me know if you went to high school with my brother Charlie. And if you are, your name is Moldy. I'm going to call you Moldy. But Don, you're right. If your premiums have gone down, that's wonderful. The evidence right now is that virtually everyone's is going up, and insurance groups are raising their premiums again due to Obamacare. You nailed it on the head in what you said at the end there. We can't force and shouldn't force folks to be covered. And I think you're going to see that issue taken to the Supreme Court pretty quickly within the next couple of years. What we need to do is get to a place where the market is more in control and we're more in control of our healthcare decisions. What we're going to do with Obamacare the next 2 years, Don, is to do our best to work toward repealing it and then replacing it with things that we know can work. Letting people buy insurance across state lines, really getting serious about tort reform, expanding reforms like health savings accounts, of which I am now partaking, where you can control your own healthcare costs. These are the things we've got to look at, and we always have to have, in closing, Don, our government play a role in taking care of those who have extraordinary health needs like diabetes. Thank you. You know, Aaron, I do support term limits. What I support is getting us back to this notion where people come to this town and they don't make a career out of it. I think Republicans, Democrats, most voters right now are sick of the concept of a professional politician. How do we get to term limits, though? It's a long road. I think that we've got to work toward an amendment. That's going to take a while. People who come here typically don't tend to support a reform like this because that means their time here is going to be shortened. What we need is folks who will lead by example, but what we have to do is do whatever we can to break down this wall where we send people here, they become different than us, they stay too long, and they become professional politicians. It's not just how long they stay, it's the benefits they take, it's the money they get after they leave, it's a lot of factors. Thank you. Hey Philip, if the House Republicans could snap their fingers tomorrow, we'd be drilling, darn near everywhere. We need to drill, and we need to drill right now. I don't think this president in his bones believes in drilling, but we have to. What it's going to take is probably getting toward a crisis where we're paying $5 to $6 at the pump or more before this president will come around to our side. I'm on the Oversight Committee. I think we will take a look at what Salazar is doing. We have to do whatever we can on Congress's side to open up the ability for us to drill. I think we're beginning about a 30 to 40 year movement toward democracy in the Middle East. It's going to be a rough, turbulent time that will affect our oil prices. The more quickly that we can be independent of that, the better, and the quickest way to do that is to drill. Janice, it has been U.S. policy forever that every time an anti-Israeli resolution comes up in the UN, we veto it. For the first time last week or 2 weeks ago, the administration was contemplating going against that policy. That's dangerous, it's wrong, and I felt so strongly about that we put together a bipartisan letter asking the Secretary not even to consider supporting an anti-Israeli resolution, and not to consider even a written statement that would be critical of Israel. Israel is our friend, they're our closest ally, they are a democratic island right now in a sea of unrest. We need to do everything we can to support them. Steve, great question. I can tell you right now that virtually everything this Republican Congress is doing, is to help create jobs. Every dollar that we cut out of the public sector will go into the private sector, will help to create jobs. We've got to get government off the back of small business. We are investigating regulations. That's all we're going to do in committee this next year, in investigating regulations that are crippling small businesses. And then we're going to look to ease the tax burden on small businesses. Everything we do is focused on that. As far as my vote to defund Planned Parenthood, it's a vote I'm very proud of. There is a consensus in this country that there is no public funding of abortion. Planned Parenthood is the largest provider of abortions in this country. That's not right. So that is something I will stand strong with, and hopefully that's something that can become law. But Steve, thank you for your question. And to all 5 of you, thank you for your questions. I love doing this. If I could do this, I'd do this once a day. I'm going to have to talk to Elizabeth to see if we can do that. But we will certainly right now do this every week that I'm in D.C. So if you don't see me tomorrow, I will talk to you next week. Thanks.